The final season in which we say we've got football from Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Cincinnati Bengals. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, that's tough. You come in here, you dial up that pass play on the first play from scrimmage and get it picked.
And you know, coaches always talk about we prepare for every eventuality. You don't even mention this as a possibility when you dial up that play, right? Instead, they throw a pick, and now they're behind the 8 ball on the road to get things going.
185, 59. We ain't giving them nothing to get.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this. It's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL, but I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover. The Bengals drive about to get going. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Check safety. Here you go, 368. Here you go, 10. Mike 50. I got one. Here you go. 93, 52, 93.
On 2nd and 9, Dalton. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one covers 29 yards. First down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Right here. Watch the safety creep.
Now Leonard Fournette. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Just like that. Check. He's checking. 2 by 2. Move.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So they go from 142-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10.
Hey, over. Hey, watch the ball. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Let's go. 368. That's the one.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He completes it to Boyd. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Check 9.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Dalton. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Maurice Hurst able to record his 5th sack of the season. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
93, 52, 93, 44. There you go.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Max Crosby able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range. And that'll set him back 5. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Get that ball. Get that ball. Express. Express. 57 to Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Kill. Bring that down. Hey, turn it up.
Here's the second-year man from San Diego State, Rashad Penny. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Express. Mike to 59. You don't want this. 59's Mike.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Monday, down. You ready? Yeah, that's what I do. He's right, Chief. Fresno. That's up.
On 1st down, Carr. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
That's another Raiders 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Carr. They set up the screen to Penny. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. And he lost 6 there on the 1st down play. To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. Complete to Jones. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Yeah, 60 out low. 59. I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Malik Jefferson in there on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Out. 368.
On second down, here's Fournette. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, they have that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Let's see it.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And able to find Green. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
They're running it. Hey, look. Max 50. 2-2. Move. Check 24. Nice. Check 3. Switch. Heavy.
On first and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Open man is Uzama. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So here's a first and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line.
Max 50. Nice. Jim. Check. Shit. Hey. Check 31. Check 3.
Dalton here from the gun. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Maurice Hurst in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Watch twist. Slam.
Dalton off play action. He gets this one to Boyd. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain there of 30 big ones. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10. Throwing again. Dalton. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Back. Topper.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Down. 180. Check, 59. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Hey, 734. Flare. 808.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Down. 180. 51. Let's pick it up. It's out time, guys. Out time. Let's get off the field.
Carr now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Check 25. Mike, check.
The pitch goes to Penny. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets them to 3rd and 3 now. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Carr. It's complete to Jones. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This one from 35 yards away. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will do it for this first half. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's got room. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, Jacobs will get the third quarter started. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Once again, it's Jacobs. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
59 Mike. Hey, seam 6. White.
To throw again, Carr. And his throw here's incomplete. Zay Jones was the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. All 9 points for him coming via the field goal, and this last one puts him out in front.
All the field goals are great, but you know I'm going to get pessimistic here, right? Because you've got to score touchdowns to win games in the NFL. I just wonder if all these field goals, great now, I wonder if they'll come back and haunt them later on.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Watch the 6-18. Mike 59. Mike. Hey, Charlie. Let's go.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now this throw caught left side. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Express. Turn it up. Check it.
Penny, a first down carry. And he stopped immediately there. Jesse Bates, who led the Bengals in tackles as a rookie, there to make the stop. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 3rd down, Penny. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Carlson able to put this one through. And that will push the lead up to 12-7. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives have bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sand. Max Crosby in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Here you go, 368. Hey, shoot. Play the hop. Use the mic. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Regular. Play the hop.
Here's Dalton. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. 22 yards there, a first down. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. And Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
Shoot. Here you go, 368. Check. 36. Regular. Switch gears. Check. Heavy.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Move. Hey, we got 4 now. 4 down. Heavy. Check 43. Play the hop.
Operating from the gun. Dalton is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 45. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Check 59. Bravo. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On play action, it's Carr. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
They're going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Now Carr. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Damian Ratley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. Touchdown. Well, that tells you you're getting it done.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Hey, go, Cam. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check. Here you go. 93, 52, 97.
Again, it's Fournette. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Watch this. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. 93, 52, 93, 44. Here you go.
They look to throw on 3rd with Dalton. He's got his man here. It's Green. The connection since 2011. Dalton to Green for a Bengal first down. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy to have him back and healthy. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds.
Regular. Mike's 50. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that 2-2. Move. Lucky. Ice. Watch the twits. Hey, Mike.
Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. 44 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Motion. Check hot route. Here you go, 368. 368.
Dalton operating in the red zone now. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Dalton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jonathan Abram, the rookie from Mississippi State.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Right Monday, down. Kick the edge. Come. Check 99. Greystone, travel. Express. Right, check, 59. Who's right, Chief? Watch the screen.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone.
Come on, QB, come on.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Watch this. Hey, check. Mike 50. 368. Big Ed. Switch.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. That's complete. Bernard. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Leonard Fournette, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Express.
They'll try the right side here with Penny. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Mike, what down? 185. Pull it together.
They keep it with Penny on first down. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals 39. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away. Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
A 56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So yet another field goal to end the drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First and 10 for Dalton. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Dalton sets up play action. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Corey Littleton in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
24.
All right, here's Dalton. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack, now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Open man is Ross, complete. They get 20 yards there on 3rd and 19, and an unlikely 1st down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
93, 52, 96.
Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Dalton wants to throw. Finding Green complete. A gain there of 21 yards. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Don't be scared of it. Go, Mike 50, Mike Alpha. We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Hey, go, 368.
Big spot, Andy Dalton. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. And 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
368. Stop, Mike 50. Mike. 2 by 2. Move. I'm coming after you. Check 4. Spot. 368. No. Check.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Here we go, can. Check. Here we go, 50. Mike 50.
They'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for, but now it's 3rd and goal. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal.
Here, 5 this. Mike's 50. Hey, exit. 50, Mike's 50. Go, go, go.
So now Dalton. And this is caught. He's got it for a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, it's all going to come down to a two-point conversion. Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this two-point conversion.
Go, 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 go. Hey, Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50. Here you go, 368.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. A crushing blow there as they cannot tie the game. Now the focus shifts to can they get the onside kick and have a miracle happen.
And they have to have that miracle play that they've been working on, that they've designed. You don't really just draw one up now. You've had different onside kicks. Do they have that one weak point in the defense that they can exploit because they have to have the ball back?
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Now Carr. This is caught by Williams. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Carr now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Short kick. One of the up mid will take it now.
All game, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Oakland, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they suffered just their second loss as they drop to 8-2 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.